All right, this is Lynn with Lynn's Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Staxx Halftime Bar and Grill in Rockland, partying with the very popular hair band Skid Roses.
Yeah!
All right, yeah. Nice. And tonight I've talked the bassist Rikki Staxx into a fun chat. So thanks, Rikki, for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, my pleasure.
Awesome. Very
Absolutely.
cool. You guys are rocking it. So
we
fun.
We're having fun.
Very
having fun so far.
Long set. That's
and
awesome.
And if you're watching this right now, there's still time to come on down. So
nice.
Hurry up.
I wish this was live. That'd be awesome.
It's not?
No, sorry. What? No, sorry. Okay, cut. Rikki doesn't want to do this anymore. That's funny. Well, let's get started, as I have a lot of questions for you.
Sure.
So, well, first of all, a side note. Rumor has it that you were a former elephant whisperer at Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey Circus. So how did you calm the elephants? By playing bass to them?
No, actually, I went through a very extensive training. It was about, I think, 8 years.
Oh, wow.
It's longer than becoming a doctor.
Nice.
And you learn how to kind of whisper in their ear and calm them down and tell them special things. I can't really reveal on camera what they are.
Okay.
It's kind of an inside
thing.
Yeah, it's a secret for the circus, for
well,
Ringling Brothers, Barnum & Bailey.
After 8 years, I would say you probably can't disclose that.
I cannot disclose that because I signed a waiver.
Oh, very cool.
There you have it.
But it worked, right? I mean, they were just
absolutely.
whispered right down.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, there's dog whisperers and horse whisperers. There's not
Right.
a big market for elephant whisperers.
True.
So I found out that unless you work for Ringling Brothers, you can't really use that anywhere.
Oh,
so, yeah.
You couldn't use that in the real world, if I could speak?
Not really.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Darn, I can't imagine. Because the zoos and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Well, after that, rumor also has it, something about the FBI?
Yeah. So I was recruited to go work for the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And and I thought it was going to be exciting. I was going to be some type of secret agent. And it turns out that they wanted me to be a food taster. And I thought, hey, I like food. That's kind of cool. They're giving you all this good food. But it turns out the food they want you to taste is for dignitaries to make sure it's not poison. So
great.
That didn't work out too well, and so I left that job.
Well, thank God you're still here, so you must not have had too much poison.
No, not too much.
Only the group, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice, Lynn.
Right there, yeah, right
Thank
with
you.
you. Well, you also studied the 4-string manipulation and abuse at University of Rock and Roll.
Yes.
So I bet you could teach that course by now.
Yeah, actually it was a home study course. It's kind of like becoming a minister. I got a certificate, it was online, and you just play the bass a lot. They give you the certificate, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So now you have like a wall of certificates, FBI, the Ringling.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right.
Well, okay, so all kidding aside, how did you learn the bass?
Okay, funny story. So back in a different era when there were still Tower record stores around, the one on Watt Avenue, there was a store next to it called Mania.
Oh yeah.
And I happened to walk in with my leather jacket one day, and I had some guitar pins, and I'm actually a guitar player, and a couple of guys who looked just like me were in there, and they said, hey, we're looking for a bass player for our band.
Nice.
And I lied and I said, I play bass. So I went the next day and borrowed a friend's bass and his amp, and I went to the audition and learned, I think, 4 songs, and I passed the audition, and
just like that.
I'm a bass player.
Wow. So you're like self-taught, but like in 2 hours you're self-taught.
For bass, yeah.
For bass,
pretty much.
But you had the guitar background.
Yeah.
So that's why it became pretty easy for you.
Yeah, and plus what I found out was, see, with guitar there's 6 strings, but you only have 5 fingers.
Yeah.
Bass is only 4 strings.
And 5
so
fingers.
So you got 1 extra finger,
oh my
right?
God, you can just dawdle around, do nothing. Yeah.
Exactly.
So mine thought, yes, I can do this.
From a mathematical, equation,
view,
you've got 1 extra finger.
Yeah, so it worked out well.
You're 1 short on the guitar.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome. That's very funny. Well, I was going to ask you, and you did mention, how many other bands were you in before the Skids?
I was in quite a few. Some I can't name because of legal issues
copyrights
and
are they suing you?
well, I don't want them to find me.
Oh, well, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Too late.
Yeah, so plenty of bands, different genres of bands as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I did some Hindu acid rock. I did this square dancing thing, this hip hop square dancing thing.
Boy, those are opposite sides of the.
They didn't work at all, so they were very short lived.
They were not your style.
They weren't very popular, so.
It was the hair. It didn't work with the hair.
Yes. Right.
So then you found rock and roll.
And I found rock and roll.
Well, I was going to say then, how did Chess Rockwell find you?
Well, Chess Rockwell, so when I was doing the Elephant Whisper thing at Ringling Brothers, he actually was working for the circus as well. and he was training to drive the little car that the clowns jump out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know how they
good
pack
for
about
him.
17 clowns in a little car.
I can see
so
him,
he was the
him
driver.
doing that.
Yeah, and then I met. And then we also met Crash Von Bottom, our drummer there, because he actually was training to be a trapeze spotter.
Oh, good Lord, really?
So not actually on the trapeze, he's the guy on the ground.
Oh, that they fall on.
Just in case. The net doesn't work, and so they
Crash is now the net.
He had a back injury for 2 years. But
Oh.
we're not going to talk about that.
Again, a copyright legal
well,
issue,
he had
right?
a good attorney, and he signed a waiver once again.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's great. Well, that's super. Well, we're very glad that you're with the Skids. This is awesome. You fit in very well, and you're awesome. You really rock it.
Love it. They're all great guys.
They are. Yeah. You got a good following. Lots of fans.
Well, thanks. And follow us on Facebook, Skid Roses,
Nice.
and also Rikki Staxx, RIKKISTAXX.
Good. Very cool. Thank you for spelling that because people won't get that. I know I didn't. I had to research that. So.
Well, I still spell it wrong every day. So
Oh, dear.
there you go.
Another lesson to learn, right?
Right.
Well, another side note, I was going to say, and just from looking at your Facebook page, you look darn good for being born in 1911.
Well, that's another thing. It's a genetic thing.
Really?
And I was given, I can't tell you exactly what, it's experimental.
Okay.
You know,
the copyright thing, you signed lots of waivers, right?
well, there's no copyright in this,
Okay.
but it's in a series of injections, painful injections.
Oh, sorry.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Probably enough said, huh?
I'm 103.
It's working well for you.
It is working well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, the team recently had new photos taken by Angie Cardina, who is an awesome photographer.
Great photographer. If
She's
you haven't
amazing.
used her, use her. She's great.
She is amazing. But I heard Chess, Crash, and Jeff played a trick on you. Can you please relive that story for us?
Oh boy, okay, it's very painful, literally painful. Well, I'm the new guy, so they always play practical jokes on me. And so they told me that, hey, don't forget, you've got to shave and look really good for the photo shoot and get your hair all ready. And you know, it's a ritual before our photo shoots to wax.
Okay.
And I've never done that. So they kind of, you know, told me where to go and everything, and so I got waxed, and then I showed up at the photo shoot, and it was very painful, by the way, so for about 4 days I couldn't walk, and then they told me it was just a big joke, because we're wearing clothing, so it doesn't matter about the waxing. My chest still hurts too.
And it was too late by then.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So if you happen to see the new photos, and I have some type of grimace, you know why.
Good thing that Angie probably made most of those black and white, right?
Yeah.
The rest won't show.
Exactly.
That's funny. Very cool. Well, what's the future hold for Rikki Staxx? Are you going to shred to the end?
I am going to shred to the end.
Very cool.
So I'm 103 now, right? So I'd go to about 120 maybe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 120 if I keep getting my doctors with the injections and everything and all the vitamins that they're giving me. And I love to play, and I love being on stage and playing with the guys. They're a bunch of great guys, and I'm going to keep it going.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And thank you so much for an excellent and fun interview. That is awesome.
You're welcome,
You are
Lynn.
amazing. I love you. So
love you
great
too.
bass player.
Thanks for all your support for Sacramento local music.
Thank you. Very glad to do it. So, well, let's have a little bit more beverage, and we'll go back and rock.
There we go.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.